Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Dave and this is Dave's RPGs, and today we're going to carry on our adventure with Vic Passinggrau. Vic is a lone colonial marine who is stuck on his life ship on his way home when the life ship was attacked by pirates. Opportunistic raiders seized a chance to loot the vessel, so this is Die Hard in space. But they are unaware of the presence of a lone colonial marine. Now, in the last session, or the first session, we created our character, Vic, as we see here. Vic has got on him 2 electro shock grenades and is wearing his personnel armor, and he found, disappointingly, a long data disk. Can't really help him in this situation. We are up to 2 stress. That was just simply from going around the corridors. We're going to do this slightly differently today. I'm not going to concentrate so much on the VTT on the tabletop. As you can see here, these are some of the rooms that we've entered. We can see them. That is the entire ship of the Chiron, which is part of the Heart of Darkness campaign. We're going to do something different. So we are first of all going to roll our danger level. Now, as you can see in the PDF, the danger level, the longer you survive, the greater the dread and danger. To help manage the pace of your mission, use the danger level. It starts at 0, maxes out at 10. It determines the current danger phase. So it is it a D10? The danger phase affects the result when you roll for a danger event, which is this danger event matrix here. Encountering a danger event prompts you to increase the danger level by 1 or 2, triggering a danger timer. Increases the danger level by 1. So we've got 0 to 3, 4 to 7, 8 to 10. And that is the phase of danger that we are in. So I assume that's a D10. It doesn't actually say it anywhere in this situation. Or do we roll 3d6? I just don't know. I'm just going to roll a D10. That will determine our danger level. Danger level is 0 to 3. It's at 1. So it's low danger at the moment. So, next thing we'll do an event check, which is 2d6. We roll 2d6, which we're going to do right now. We have 7. So, 5 to 10 is no event. So, nothing has happened yet. All right. So, we're going to say these pirates have entered and they are currently on this area of the ship. You can ping it, but you can't really see it. Let's see if we can change the ping. We can do that. Is on this area of the ship here. They are looting and rooting and they are wandering. We don't know how many, so we're going to see how many there are. And we'll do 2d6 for that. There are 7 overall. Now, we're also going to add a twist into this. We need a timer. What is happening? We are going to say that these space pirates have jumped on the ship, and what they know is that this ship belongs to the Colonial Marines. It is a Colonial Marine life ship, lifeboat. They know there could be precious goods on board. They know there could be potentially survivors, but they've taken a chance. They've jumped on this ship and thought, yes, let's go. We're going to raid this thing. So we're going to start a timer. So we go to page 300 and we've got danger timers. In solo play, danger timers tick away in the background for minutes or hours, counting down to new complications, frightening twists and disastrous events. Danger timers motivate a balance of speed and caution to keep the pressure on. Always keep at least one timer running, especially when navigating or exploring a dangerous location. To start a danger timer, first decide what event the timer will trigger when it counts down. You may have a specific outcome in mind which fits the context of the mission thus far. Otherwise, just flag a timer as bad thing happens. I should have done this in the first session. I didn't because I'm still getting my head around this. But we can retro it, it's fine. and start the clock. In that case, your PC has only a foreboding sense of impending doom but lacks specifics. You'll find out together. You can also look to an MAAM tool, and that is a mother something. As an alternative to the sample missions listed, you can use the mother analysis and answer matrices, which are the little boxes. So you can also look at that tool for inspiration. Roll on the complex response matrix. Complex response. Where are you? There. That is on page 296. So that is this thing here. Or use the danger event matrix, which is that one. All right. We're getting there. Next, give the event a proximity using the adjacent table. So this one here. Next, if unsure, roll 2d6 to pick up checking times. Unlike the countdown timers described on page XX. Okay. You needn't make a check in each combat round for a danger timer. Instead, check your active timers as time passes between scenes. When you encounter delays, when you move from one zone to another in stealth mode, or if you linger in an area or perform a complex task. To check a timer, roll a number of stress dice according to the event proximity, as shown in the danger timer table. For each one rolled, shift the event proximity closer by one step. For example, from distant to approaching. So distant to approaching. Alrighty, repeat this check for each active timer. As an event nears, you roll fewer dice when making a check. Time seems to slow down, every moment counts. If you are engaged in a lengthy scene or action, or if you take longer performing a task than expected, roll 1 plus 1 stress die on each active timer to increase the chance of a timer advancing. Similarly, if you manage to perform a task in less time than normal, roll -1 die. Creeping or rushing in stealth mode also modifies the dice. Right, okay. Excuse me. So we start a timer. So what is the timer? We're gonna say the space pirates that are raiding the Chiron ship, they're gonna plant an explosive because they want to cover their tracks that they were ever there. So this might look like just the live ship as it was traveling through space. Our marine was in hypersleep. Just exploded, something happened to it, but there's no evidence of what. So they're going to set an explosive. Our marine doesn't know this at this point, but we do as the game runners. So we're going to start a timer. So we need to check. So we've decided what the timer's going to be. It's going to be an explosion. It's going to be set by the bad guys. Now we need to look at what's the proximity. So how close is this to happening? Well, we don't know at this moment in time. I'm not going to set it purely based on what I would like it to be. I'm going to set it on what it is. So we're going to roll 2d6 and we're going to do it based on this danger timer. So we will roll 2d6. And that is, bloody hell, 777. That's 3 sevens in a row. That's crazy. 7. So it's approaching. So that is 4 stress dice. So what we do, whenever we do something that takes time, whenever we linger in an area, whenever we have an event that takes up a bit of time, or something happens that time passes, we need to roll 4 stress die. So we don't want base die. We need to roll 4 stress die. And any ones that appear on those die, as you can see, none did, you reduce it by 1. So at the moment it is approaching, then it would become soon, then it would be looming, then it would be imminent, then it would happen. We don't know what's going to happen, or Vic doesn't know what's going to happen, but we do. So Vic is trawling the corridors of the Chiron. Where is Vic going? So he needs to get back up to this sort of area, I think. But he doesn't hear anything. Again, he doesn't hear anything. Still the alarm is going off, the siren, and then that suddenly, we're going to say that suddenly stops. the pirates have cut the line. They've closed down, and the ship goes into a low hum, and the lights start to flicker again. We know these corridors are dark. Vic knows there's something going on. He knows that there's an intervention by something, probably people with the intelligence to know to turn the alarm off. So he's going to get a move on, but he's going to do it stealthily. So in stealth, in Alien, you move by zones. So we're going to say the corridors are a zone, and then when he gets to a room, that's when something happens. So he came out of the top of cryosleep, could have come out that side. He knows that is cryosleep. So when he gets into a new room, that's when we enter. We roll on the dice for events, things like that. So we're going to move Vic. He's not going to continue down here because he knows that is a dead end, and he knows he can't hear anything from down there. So he's going to move up. We're going to move along these corridors. He's all the while looking around the corners, and there's nothing there. The lights are flickering. It's not as dark as it was up top up here, but he's constantly moving, and he's going to stand at this door, and he's going to listen to see if he can hear anything in that room. And that is going to be an observation roll, which we don't have much in at the moment, and we don't succeed, so we can push it. Pushing it gets us another stress die. We've only got 2 at the moment, and that can be helpful, but the more dice you get, obviously, but we didn't get any 1s on that roll, so we'll only get 1 dice, so 1 stress dice. So we're going to push that roll. We've succeeded. Excellent. So Vic presses his ear up against the door, and because he's military trained, he calms down, sort of drowns out the hum of the ship. Can't hear anything behind that door, but then he hears what he thinks are footsteps, and something drops off a table, something metallic. So now he knows there's somebody in there. So we have to figure out what. So Vic has to figure out what he's going to do. What is he going to do? So this is what Vic's going to do. He's going to hit the button on the door, which will open the door, and he's going to throw in one of his electro-shock grenades, but he's going to cook it first. So he's going to pull the pin, he's going to hold it in his hand, and he's going to cook this grenade. Now, this has a risk of going wrong, because either the door might not open, or he might not judge the time right for the cooking of the grenade. So we need to go to our binary table, if I remember. So a binary response matrix, which is this one. So it's either yes, no, strong yes, strong no. And we roll a d6. So this is going to be for the door. Does the door open? So Vic pulls out his electroshock grenade and he pulls the pin, and then he hits the button on the door to open it. Does the door open? And that is a 4. And that is a yes. So 4 to 5 is a yes. So door slides open. Vic has cooked this shock grenade. Doesn't see anyone immediately, but he chucks this grenade in, and bang, this grenade starts fizzling in this room. So he chucks it about here, and I assume, I've never seen an electroshock grenade in my life, so I assume it creates like a field of electricity, which anything caught in that field is going to get damaged. And we will say what is in there. We're going to say, I'll tell you what, we'll use some of the characters from Heart of Darkness, just because it makes it easy and means I don't have to start creating loads of characters. It's this guy. So Doug Sykes is in there, Douglas Sykes, and the grenade lands, goes off, and it causes 2 points of damage. So these stun grenades are electronic ball breakers with good reason. When deployed, they propel themselves about a meter off the ground, so it actually bounces off the ground and just sends out this mega voltage electric pulse, which is usually non-lethal. It's still strong enough. When there is only one seat left, the last shuttle to leave the space station, yeah, you can shut this in, blah, blah, blah. So it's 2 damage straight away. Now, our guy in that room is shot, and it goes off. Excuse me, electrocutes him. He doesn't have any armor, I don't think. I'm going to have a look now. He does. He has 4 armor. So, that makes it interesting. Let's pull up. This is damage 2. So we need to change that to 1 because we've used it. We are engaged. We open the door, so we don't need any modifiers. We're just throwing this thing in the room. Oh no. Alrighty. So we've succeeded, but we got some ones. So we are now jumpy. When you push a skill roll, you gain a +2 stress level instead of +1. So we get an extra stress level when we push a roll. Excellent. So we've got our first condition as well, which is great. So we are now jumpy. And the ammo supply roll has reduced me to 0. Oh, quantity. Should have 1. So damage 2. Not armor piercing. I'm gonna say this armor's not gonna do much with this because it's electricity. Armor isn't built to withstand electricity. Armor is made to withstand impact, ballistics, things like that. So our guy Douglas is going to get electrocuted and he's going to take 2 damage. So he recovers. He's got a semi-automatic electrostatic pistol. Doesn't have any ammo for it, like. I don't know if you need ammo for it. You need to reload. So I'm going to change that to 6 because 6 is a number that I just pick out of my head for ammunition for these. He's also got a dual action electrostatic shock gun. And he's got 2 shot grenades as well. So he is now recovering, and as he does, Vic runs into the room, and these guys are now engaged in combat. He tries to shout, but as he's being electrocuted, he can't. He's doing all that, and then Vic's going to run in, and I'm going to say Vic's going to get a surprise attack on him as well, because this guy's been electrocuted at the end of the day. So he's going to run in, Vic is, and Vic's just going to absolutely clamp him round the head. He's got nothing else to use apart from his fists, unfortunately. So it's going to be a close combat roll. He has got a +3. However, we are jumpy, so if we need to push this. Oh, we got 1-6. We got 1-6. So how do we? So for every extra success you roll, so we only rolled 1, so it's 1 point of damage. Now again, this guy's wearing ballistic armor. It's on his chest. Vic's just clouted him around the face. He's taking the damage. I'm not letting him get away with that. So that counted as a surprise attack. So we're having that. So we're not doing bad against this guy. We're not doing bad. However, we are now entering into combat. So we are going to roll initiative, and we'll draw roll. Shit, Douglas goes first. So this could be over quickly. He's going to target Vic, and he's going to use his semi-automatic electrostatic pistol. And he's engaged. Our target has got no cover. We're just going to roll for it. Ah, he's got 1-6. All right. His ammo has gone down because he got 3 1s. Did he? Did he really? I didn't see that. So his ammo's gone down by 3, which is good. However, he only does 1 damage. We can take that. We can take it. We could take it. So could push it. He's not going to. Definitely not. So Vic takes 1 point of damage. We've only got 4. Down to 3. Oh, I should have begun the encounter, which I've done now. And we're going to go, it's now Vic's turn again. He is going to target Douglas. Combat roll again. Oh, shit, a brick. Right. Tunnel vision. All skill rolls based on wits get a -2. So we're now starting to rack up these conditions. But we rolled 2 successes. And we got 1 success on the yellow. We got 1 success on the normal dice. So if I remember rightly, you inflict 1 more point of damage. So we knock our friend to the ground. He is out for the count. Bang! Vic's trained. Vic's trained for this. Vic's like runs in, takes the hit of the electro shotgun, takes it in his stride. He's well trained. He's buff. He's built like a brick shithouse. Bang! Knocks Douglas straight to the ground, and as he's going down, cracks him again, knocking him clean out. He hits the floor, and that's that. Our encounter has ended, and Vic is victorious. That's why he's called Vic. What we're going to do now? We're going to quickly. Vic realizes he's in trouble. He starts to panic. Not panic. He starts to act quickly. He starts searching this psych's body, and he finds he's got the weapons that so he's going to grab all this weaponry. He is going to grab. I don't think I can just take it from his body, which I can't. So we go to the weapons screen, and we're going to search for ES4. Well, we're going to grab that. We'll have that electro shock pistol. Doesn't do much, but you know, is what it is. And we're going to grab ES7. We're going to have that supernova thing. We'll have that, and we are going to say that should have 3 ammo, and that's going to have 6. Nope, not that one. It's going to be 1. That's a 6. Put 6 in that. We already used one of our electroshock grenades, so that's going to go down to 1. This guy has got 2 more. We're going to grab them. We are definitely grabbing them. So we'll just put that up to 3. Excellent. And we're going to grab his Kevlar vest as well. So we've got a chance. Kevlar riot vest. There we go. And that is everything that guy's got on him. So we're going to put that on. We are going to arm ourselves with that. In fact, we're going to arm ourselves with that. We're not going to use the pistol at the moment. We've got the armor on now, so we've got armor 4. We did have our M3 personnel armor, which we're going to take off, and we're going to remove that because this Kevlar riot vest gives us more armor. So we'll get rid of this. I'm going to drop that on this guy's body. So now we have defeated this bad guy. He's dead. Vic's going to put him over in the corner, drag him over, sort of cover his body, and he's listening again. Now he does hear more going on. However, we need to set. Do you know what I didn't do? Another thing I didn't do is set the survivor timer. Absolutely outrageous. At the start of a mission that involves friendly or neutral NPCs, or when a group of NPCs is introduced, set the start. We are not surrounded by NPCs. We are, but they're attacking us. They are hostile, not friendly. So we'll leave that one alone. Survivor check. Whenever survivors face a threat or attempt a dangerous action, make a survivor check by rolling the number of stress dice corresponding to their current status. They are performing an action suited to their particular role. So that is a survivor check. So what we need to do is we need to do the danger check. Back to danger checking. Oh, just knocked my mic away from me. Where's the danger level? So we're going to do a danger level check. That is 2d6, I think. Did I roll a d10? I did. I'm going to roll 2d6. Everything seems to revolve around d6. Oh, shit. Oh, no, we're still in low danger. Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay, and we're going to roll an event check, which is 2d6 again. So that is fucking 7 again. Can you believe the 7s coming out of this game? Outrageous. So 7 is no event, so nothing happens. So we need to check our timer as we entered a new room, as we've just been in combat. Timer, danger timer, which is... Where's the danger timer? This one. So 2d6. Another 2d6. Exciting. That is finally 6. 5 to 6. Oh, it's distant. So that's gone backwards. And that is still in low phase. Still in low. All right. Roll the dice. That's what happens. That is what happens. So Vic now knows he's up against trouble. He's going to... where does this door lead? Vic is going to crouch. Remember, he's jumpy. He's got tunnel vision. Any wits rolls get a -2. So he's going to open this door cautiously. Where does it lead to? Does he know? That's the computer core navigation. As he's going in, so he's going to see what's going on with the ship at the moment. He can now hear actively that whoever is in has made it to the conference hall, has started roaming around these tunnels, and as he's in searching and goes into the computer room, as he does, this door opens and he hears Doug, and 2 more guys enter the room. Luckily Vic isn't in there. 2 more guys. Who should we use? We'll use Brute. And we don't want we're not going to use an android. We'll use Tommy. 2 guys walk in, they're looking for their friend Doug, and they see Doug on, like, in the corner. They know something's wrong. His face is all battered up and blood coming out of his mouth and his nose, and he's unconscious. And they're like, Doug, what's going on? Oh shit, we need to tell the captain there's somebody else here. And obviously our Vic can see and hear all this, and Brute or Cecil and Tommy like, he can't have got far, he's got to be on his own. There can only be one or 2 at the most. We need to tell the gaffer, we need to tell the boss. And they both leave the room. So Vic now knows he's up against something. He's going to come out and he's going to press his head up against this wall, and he watches as Cecil and Tommy head down the sprinting, and he looks and he can see the dress light. He knows what space pirates are. This guy's a colonial marine. He knows what they look like. He decides to follow, and as he enters this corridor, he's going to make a stealth check. Which would be... Oh, there isn't a stealth. So we'd say survival, maybe. Let's say survival. But because it's a wit, now he's got -1. Because of his condition. Now it says -2 there, but on his other condition, you gain a plus. So he had 1 in his survival, or he had 2. So he had 1. So he's -2. So he's now at -1. I always get confused with that. We didn't succeed, unfortunately. We are going to push it because we got no 1s. Oh shit. Okay. All right. Now we're getting stressed. So your action fails regardless of rolls. And so even though we succeeded with 1 6, we rolled another stress die, another 1. We've got we messed that action up. So as Vic is trying to cautiously go through this corridor, he trips over a container that's on the floor like an absolute klutz, and he's like, he just eats shit in this corridor. He just rolls out, hits the floor like a ton of bricks, and we're gonna roll. So we had Brute and Tommy in this room, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna roll to see if they heard it. Not a million miles away. 1 to 3, Tommy and Vic. Tommy and Cecil heard it. 4 to 6, they didn't. Shit. They hear it. They turn around and they run back to this door, and they see our Colonial Marine just gathering himself off the floor. He's not hurt, but he's obviously like, oh shit. And they start to get on the ground. Get on the fucking ground. And Vic jumps up and fires. And again, we enter combat. Vic is up against it now. Vic is up against 2 of the space pirates, and he can hear clanging coming from these rooms. So he knows he's up against more than what he's up against here. So that is where we're going to leave this episode. I know it's not been a long one, but I need to take my son back to his mother's. But it's getting interesting because Vic has now got conditions, and he's up against some of the big bads, and he's working his way through this spaceship as a John McClane type. And like I say, I am getting my own head around it as well. Highly recommend this book if you haven't got it already. I might do a review on it because it is superb, and it's on sale on Free League's website. I paid, this was 26 UK sterling. It's about $33. Usually it's nearly £50, nearly 50, so it'd be like $65, $70. Bargain. It's an absolute bargain. It's a really, really in-depth, gives you everything you need. I can't get it to not get keyed out, unfortunately. There we go, Alien. Make sure it's the evolved edition, the core rules. I don't think you can get the old one anyway. There we go, guys. So what will happen in the next episode to our hero, Vic Passengrau? Will he perish at the hands of Tommy and Cecil, or will he be victorious and go on to save the day? Many more twists and turns to come, I am sure. If you've got any questions about solo play, you can ask them. I'm not guaranteeing I'll be able to answer them, but I will try my best. If you do want to check out some of the other content on the channel, we're getting more and more live plays, actual plays on the channel as well. Check them out. We've got a cinematic adventure campaign for Alien on the channel, which was the Rapture Protocol adventure. That was my first time ever GMing a game. And it was a challenge, but it was lots of fun, and I've done quite a few more since then. So anything else to say? Oh, if you haven't already, please hit the like button. It really helps the channel out. And other than that, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Bye bye.